Hi, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Sweet Tea in the house, and I'm here to talk about homeless people. I'm here to voice my opinion about how I feel about the homeless people. You know, the situation that homeless people are in. Okay, you're new to my channel, comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button for when I drop those bangers. You feel me? And without further ado, let's get on. The reason why I chose this subject is because I see homeless people all the time, and it really interests me. It really bothers me. Okay, and when I see homeless people, I feel so bad for them. I feel, you know, really sad. I feel fortunate, and I feel fortunate that I'm not in that situation. Okay, these are my thoughts. I also feel, I think, what if that was me in that situation? I pondered about that. What if I ever become homeless? How would I handle that? What would I do to try and get myself out of being homeless? If I just didn't have no place to go, where would I sleep at? I've thought about those things. I walked by places, and as I've been walking, I looked and I thought about the homeless, and I thought, okay, like if it's a shady, secluded area, I've thought about it. I've thought like if I was homeless, I would camp out right there. You feel me? I thought about all the things I would do to make myself as comfortable as I can. Like, trying to bathe myself, trying to get me something to eat from day to day, and trying to get me some water. Yeah, so I've thought like that about what would I do in that situation. Okay, that's one issue. It's not an issue. I mean, it's just something I'm throwing out there at you. Okay, but the main thing I'm trying to get at is homeless people. As I sit near or walk by a homeless person, I feel their pain. I look at them up and down. I look at the situation they're in. 9 times out of 10, they're dirty. 9 times out of 10, what I've seen, they're laying around on the ground or on a bus stop bench. They're looking like they're hungry. Of course, they are hungry. They're thirsty. All of that. Out in the hot sun for hours upon hours while we are in the comfort of our homes. 9 times out of 10, what I've seen, they have pooped on themselves. They have peed on themselves. They have whatever possessions that they have right there laying beside them. Some of them laying on sidewalks, all sprawled out in the open. And some of them look drunk and just out of it. You know what I'm saying? But, I feel like, people should pull together to get these people off the streets. There should be some type of organization in each city that is funded specifically for homeless people to go around and recruit and get these people off the streets. In every city, there should be some type of ordinance wherein it's not allowed, it's not permitted. I mean, not when I say not permitted, meaning that it's like against the rules, not against the law, but that every citizen has equal rights to housing, have equal rights to be sheltered. That this needs to be put into play. You feel me? And I feel like also like the stars, like we have so many rich people in the world. Rich people stars should all put together and pool their money together and help the homeless people. I feel like as well, you see the way that the president came up with a plan to help us during this time of corona, and put together a stimulus packet. He needs to put together a homeless packet. Yes, I have reached out, but I feel like, oh my gosh, I wish it was something I can do more to help these people. Why isn't the city getting involved? The city, every city should have something in place wherein they make sure the streets are clean. Not only just put people out to clean trash off the streets, but to clean up our streets. Clean up homeless people. Put them in the proper places. You feel me? Why isn't that important to the president? Why isn't that important to our city officials, people who run the city? Why isn't that important? Why isn't that put into play? And if anybody here is watching this that's up in high places, I hope you can help this come to play. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important that homeless people, these poor people, are not getting the proper nutrition. I've seen some church people reach out and go around and feed some of these people, but our city should be responsible to feed all of these homeless people, to shelter all of these homeless people, and it should be put into play by the president first and foremost, and it should be made uh, necessary for every city to do so. You feel me? So yeah, that's the way I feel. I seen this one homeless person here recently. I was walking, that person was walking in the same path I was taking. He was ahead of me. He was homeless, he was dirty, he was stank, he had done pooped on himself, he had diarrhea. It was running down. This is TMI. Yes, TMI. I'm giving it to you raw, uncut, and unfiltered. What I saw. He was ahead of me. Smelling bad. The stench from his body was crazy. What I saw with my eyes, with all that diarrhea running down that man's leg, was ridiculous. He went and sat down, well, stood around the store, and then he eventually sat because he was weak, frail. He looked it bad. He sat near a store, Aldi's, in fact, and he started asking people for money with this stench and this sitting on top of that diarrhea. And I was looking at him like, oh my gosh. I continued walking and went to do what I had to do and came back his way. When I came back his way, I asked him, I said, are you homeless? And he said, yes. I was like, oh my gosh, I wish it was something I could do to help you. And he just shook his head. And I left that set with me, that stayed on my mind the rest of the day. When I went back in that area a day or two later, I was looking for him. I didn't see him. I was going to get on my phone and call a homeless shelter, try to find out what, like Metropolitan Ministries or whatever, try to find out, this guy is out there like that and what could they do about it. But I didn't see this guy the next day. So yeah, it's ridiculous. I've heard opinions of others about homeless people. A lot of people don't like to help the homeless people because they think that the person wants money for drugs or alcohol. That is not always the case. We cannot think like that, and just because one person would do such a thing, take the money, we can't do that. We got to use our discretion about this and help these people. They're starving. Yeah, I was walking and talking with this girl one day, and she talked so badly about the homeless people, and she was calling them motherfuckers, excuse my language, and she said she would never help them bitches, and they'll never take my goddamn money. I'm homeless too. Shit. They'll never take my damn money and all that. She was cursing and carrying on, and I was like, and I tried to make a difference and tell her, everybody is not out to get your money just to drink or drug. And she said, yes, they are. So I wasn't finna be going back and forth with that girl about that. But, the point I'm trying to make too, I already made my point throughout this whole thing. But to end this thing is that we are in a state of emergency. The homeless people are in a state of emergency. That's better put. These people are dying because of undernourishment, the sun beating down on them. These people are not getting the proper care. I know someone that died from being homeless. They're in the family on my daughter's side of the family. He was undernourished. He was out there in the streets from day to day. He wasn't getting no sleep. He was homeless. He was begging for money. Next thing you know, they found him in the public restroom. And he had died. Come to find out, he had a stroke or a heart attack, one of them. And see, that's just one story right there. But it's many stories behind homeless people. So if anybody's watching this thing, y'all, please help. Please, please help the homeless people. People in high places and us regular citizens, please help the homeless people, okay? It's your girl, Sweet Tea, and I'm out this thing. Comment, like, and subscribe. Peace out.